Yes. Yeah.
He was maybe the first one.
He was the very first one, and he got a 3-minute laugh after saying his opening line.
Really?
So he would come up on stage in a tuxedo, right? He would let it sit, and this opening line, he would go, "Hello." 2-minute applause break. Like killing off the best opener in the world. If I did that now, I'm done. It's done.
Of course.
They
put you up on the death squad puts you up.
It's no spreading your butt cheeks opener, but it's a good opener. I'm sorry.
Now, what about the guy Henry Cho? Are you friends with him?
I love Henry.
He has too many hooks for me.
What do you mean?
No, I don't know. But what about, have you ever heard the guy who wears a big 10-gallon hat? He's an African-American gentleman.
Yeah.
And he goes, hamburger.
Yeah, hamburger. Yeah, hamburger.
That makes me laugh.
Yeah. Oh, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. Have you heard of him?
No.
There was another African-American guy, headliner, and he would go, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, and the whole audience would say it. So no matter what he wrote, in between he could say Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. Kill.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who came first, though? It sounds like a lot like hamburger.
I think hamburger came first.
Yeah.
And
Shucky Duck Quack.
There is an Asian guy in Texas, right? This guy, his name is Mark. He taught Pablo Francisco how to do impressions back in the 90s, late 90s. Wow. For many years, 15 years, his stage name was Chinaman. And I ran into him. He goes, I don't know why it's not working out for me. Maybe it's your name Chinaman? Maybe.
What was the name of that guy?
But as racial, I should say, epithets go, that seems to me to be the least offensive one. Because it's literally man from China.
I know. I know. I think Chinaman is it's okay.
Except if it refers to all Asians.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Do you know all the racial things against Asians? Yeah, can you tell me them?
Well,
I love when
Guy Aoki got mad at me one time.
Why?
He's the head of the guys that get defended in terms
so just tell me some.
Well, he knows them the best.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Tell me some of the Asian things that, like,
Like what you saw, like
small penises?
No, like
names.
Names, yeah.
Oh, yellow. Yeah.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Who says that?
Who says yellow?
You're a coward.
Hey, yellow.
No, that's yeller.
You're yeller.
Yeah.
I've never heard of yellow.
No, I never.
That's our skin color, but
Yeah, yellow man.
That's just what
yellow.
you
No, yellow
say.
man. That's what you say.
God,
you made that up.
Oh no,
Hey, yellow man, get out of my bar. I've never heard that.
No, that was just
Guy
my
runs
favorite.
out of the old one, so he has to make up a new one. Come on.
Yellow man.
What about this? I call it the G word. The G word.
Do you know the G one?
Oh, gook?
Yes.
Well, you just said that it came out so naturally.
Oh no,
you're right about
You just said it just like secondhand.
I thought it was a term of endearment.
It's not. But can I tell you guys?
Yeah,
where?
you think that's like a fucking handshake? He was beating up Asian.
Can I tell you where gook comes from?
Yeah,
People don't know
that'd be
this.
very interesting.
Yeah, a little history.
Tell the camera.
I'll tell the camera.
Let the people at home know.
So gook comes from.
Which tree is he?
On this one right here. Gook comes from. It was created in the Korean War. People don't think. People equate it to Vietnam War, but it's not. It was created in the Korean War, and gook is short for migook. Migook means America. Okay, so American soldiers in the Korean War would walk through villages, and the villagers would point at Americans and go, migook, which is America. But they're like, you're saying me gook.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Right, so it doesn't really mean anything, but that's how it's derived.
Completely. Well, most words are meaningless too, right? I mean, unless there's something in that epithet that has an insult within it.
Right.
Charlie.
A term of derision. Otherwise, it's just a word.
It's just a word, yeah.
And we're saying African American, and when you say that, it feels uncomfortable, right? To your tongue.
No. What are you supposed to say?
Well,
no, just tell me what you're supposed to say.
I definitely would not say the A word.
Right.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
The A-A word.
Yeah.
African American.
I don't know why black was black.
Black is great.
Black is great.
Black is fantastic. Right?
Yeah, black is fantastic.
Even though they're not black anymore, but then again, we're not white, right?
Right.
We're pink like his fucking asshole. We're all,
Seen it.
We're all the color of Bobby's asshole deep down. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's like you could do that as a poem, like some slam poetry. That's what you should do, Bob. You should go on like
Slam poetry?
slam poetry thing
What do you mean?
in New York City. Well, they have these, I saw a wonderful play. A guy went on a trapeze over the audience. This was at the height of the AIDS epidemic, and he cut himself. And his blood, his AIDS, yeah. His AIDS-filled blood went all over the audience. We never cheered because we were afraid to be politically incorrect. So instead, we contract AIDS.
But wait, you were at the show?
Yeah.
You were being sprayed with AIDS blood?
We all got full-blown AIDS within the
Terrible, terrible, fucked up
circus.
Did you get your money back?
No, we pretended it was good because we'd rather get AIDS than be called homophobe. But this guy said one of the most disturbing things to me.
Yeah.
He said he was very into the S&M, gay S&M scene. And he said he loved when guys with AIDS would fuck him. He said something like, when they pumped their death up my hot ass. I was like, oh, wait.
This looks like a badge of courage, almost.
Yeah, it's a real Stephen Crane fucking moment.
Oh, man.
All right, we're going to talk now about, not about Asians, but about guys when you were starting out that helped you.
Oh, my God.
Carlos Mencia helped.
So many people did.
Carlos Mencia
Dice
helped you.
did.
Oh, Dice did.
Yeah, Dice did. Paulie did a lot. Carlos and...
How did Dice help you?
I would open for him at,
that's awesome.
Bellagio or whatever.
Because people don't know about, people don't know a lot of things about comedy. But if a guy helps you, if he lets you, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
The first guy that lets you open.
Experience,
and then
money.
you get to play a room that's bigger than you, that you could ever get yourself.
Yeah.
I'm one time, I don't know if you know Jimmy Schubert. You know Jimmy, right?
Sure.
This is the greatest thing anyone's ever done for me. I had moved up from San Diego. Polly's like, come, move up. And then I had no place to live. So I slept in my truck for like 3 nights. And I slept at the parking lot at the comedy store. And I had no money, and I was broke.
Both?
Yeah. At the same time.
Yeah.
And so anyway, and I get a knock on the window, and I look up, and it's Jimmy Schubert. And he says, you hungry? I go,
Yeah, exactly.
Bad lieutenant.
open your mouth. No, you didn't do it.
Like a baby bird.
Okay. So,
Yeah, and then he...
so you said, yeah.
yeah, I go, yeah, and he took me
Am I
to...
hungry? I'm broke and I have no money. What do you think? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Plus, I want some food. So what did Jimmy do?
So he bought me lunch, that's all.
Golly, no, that's great.
That's really nice.
No, that's not.
It was really nice, and then like years later, like we had done some stuff together. I just know, I every time I see Jimmy, I tell him that story.
It stays with you.
It really does stay with me, and that's why I'm so loyal to the Comedy Store, because, like, other clubs wouldn't use me, and I got to work at the Comedy Store. They would put me up, and I feel like I wouldn't be who I am without it. So it's like, when I was on Mad TV and other things, other clubs were like, come play our club, and I always made the Comedy Store #1 on the list.
Even more than that, Bobby, he won't say this, but he does that more than Jimmy or Dice or any of those people did for him. He's huge on that. People come in a lot throughout the last 7 years that I've been at the store, and they're like, Bobby said I could have all his checks, and I check, and Bobby's like, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I just love. I'm not competitive in that way, so I just love helping. Only the good ones, though. Like, I don't help comics that don't deserve or need to be.
I've seen that too.
Yeah,
I've seen that. I love that.
I mean, because Mitzi once said to me when she was, sane, and she said, "It is a sin to support mediocrity."
Yeah.
Wow.
And she actually had that on a wall, and so it's like, if I tell an open micer who has no talent or no business being up there, you're great, you should keep doing it, it is the worst thing you can do.
That's the #1 thing I always think of when
It's a sin to support mediocrity. I had a guy that when I did Weekend Update, he would send in jokes every day, a lot of jokes, like 30 jokes and 40 jokes a day. And so it's hard to write, it's hard to just write that much. It's hard to type for me. Like, I couldn't think of 40 jokes a day. And anyways, they were all sort of almost, you know, but he never got one on. And then I said to Lori Jo, my producing partner, should I phone this guy and tell him, like, to quit? What am I supposed to do? Are you supposed to follow your dreams no matter what? You say no. Right?
Yeah.
Give up on your dreams.
No.
I mean, when my kid was young, I said, you can be anything you want. Dylan, what do you want to be? You can be it. He said, I want to be 7 feet. I said, let me rephrase it. You can be 5 different things. You have the choice of 5 different things.
Yeah, but my opinion, though, is that's my opinion. So even if I feel like this person doesn't have any talent, whatever,
true.
that could be just my opinion.
You might be wrong.
Yeah, I could be wrong, you know. So I admit that, but, you know, I just don't really go out of my way to help them, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, comedy's subjective. There's people that have huge careers that I don't find funny at all, and I'm sure.
I think comedy is objective, actually. I do. I think.
What do you mean?
Well, I think that your opinion on who's funny is more valuable than just some guy's opinion. Because that guy could go, well, he doesn't know that this guy's stealing from a whole bunch of different influences, but you do.
Yeah, sometimes you'll see a guy destroy and he's just hacky using lines that were